Hi, girls, and welcome back to another episode of Self-Care Black Girls, a podcast where we relax, sip tea, and chat about bettering ourselves as black girls. I'm BB, and I'll be helping guide you to make better choices in your daily lives. Okay, so first and foremost, before I even get started with this episode, I have been pre-recording episodes for about 30 minutes now. So if I sound tired or start to yawn, I truly apologize. But I need to get these done because I'm not going to have any time to record like a full-on episode. If I have any announcements, I should have time to sit down and record those, but I'm not going to be able to record any episode, like full episodes. So, but I will not miss episode. There will be uploads every Wednesday until I go on fall break, which is when I'll record them until I got y'all, I promise. But enough rambling about that. Today's episode is going to be part 3 of the 4-episode series that I have going on called 7 Ways to Glow Mentally. If you do not know what this episode is about, I composed a list of ways that you can glow mentally, and then I broke the list down into 4 episodes. Each episode has 4 ways to glow mentally, obviously. And if you want more details on what the episode is about, you can go back and listen to episode 23, which is the first episode of this series. But without further ado, let's get into these 7 ways to glow mentally. Okay, so the first way is to always get enough sleep. I feel like a lot of people neglect sleeping and they reduce it to either drinking a lot of coffee or taking a lot of naps. And yes, napping is okay if you're not napping. I think the longest recommended nap is an hour. So, if your naps are over an hour, then obviously what you're doing is not healthy. And then drinking coffee is not healthy at all. It's healthier if you drink it black, and then anything past black is beyond not healthy. So make sure you're getting a decent amount of sleep. Adults need an average of 7 to 9 hours, I believe, a night of sleep. So make sure you're getting that and you're not neglecting that, because being tired makes your work get sloppy. Your work is not up to par. You have a lack of motivation. You're yawning all day. You're sleepy. You're groggy, and you may be a lot snippier than you usually are. So just make sure you're not neglecting your sleep and that you're getting the amount of sleep that you need. Don't bottle your feelings. I talked a lot about this in a episode or 2 ago. I'm not sure which one. Bottling your feelings is not a good thing. You need to let them out, because if you bottle your feelings, several things can happen. You're either going to hold on to them until you can't hold them anymore. And that build up could lead to anything, suicide, or killing somebody, something that doesn't need to happen. You need to let them out. You need to either talk to somebody or keep a journal or find some type of outlet for those emotions. Take up a hobby, something that relieves those emotions that you're bottling up, because it's not healthy. It's a physical drain on you if you bottle those things up. So let them, release them. If you have to go outside and just scream, go outside and scream. Just make sure there aren't too many people around, because they're going to think something's wrong with you. Like worse than what may already be not right. Not trying to sound mean or anything, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. The next thing is to explore more of your city. Get out and explore. Cabin fever is a real thing, and there's so many things out there. Who knows? You might get in your car and, start driving around your city and find a new restaurant that you've either never paid attention to or never had time to stop to. You may find a new park, a new ice cream parlor, or something that you just may want to try. So get out and explore. There's a lot, going on in places. The next thing that I have is to smile. Smiling instantly makes anyone around you happy, as long as it's not like a creepy smile. Don't do a creepy smile. Do one that you tend to be doing when you're laughing or when you are genuinely having a good time. Do something, heartfelt. Smiling will brighten your day. It'll make you feel a lot better than you're feeling, especially if you're bottling your emotions, which I just said to get rid of. So smile. It'll make you and whoever you're around happy, I guarantee you. The next thing is to pray and get closer to God or the universe or whatever you worship spiritually. Pray and get closer to that, because the world is in a very sad place right now. I'm not sure if any of you realize that, but the world is in a bad place and it's at war with its people. So, pray for better times, pray for, all these ignorant issues to be solved, all that stuff, because you never know when your last day, you just don't know what day will be your last. The next thing is to surround yourself with good people and people who surround yourself with good people who think good things and have a good vibe. What I mean by this is to don't surround yourself by people who love and feed off of and cause and bring negativity in your life. Anybody who has any negativity attached to them will try to and most likely will knock you down to that level. So make sure that you aren't hanging around people who only want to see people do bad, who wish bad on people, who bring your joy, who just when they come around, your joy just gets sucked out. You've been around people that you've been having a good day, and as soon as they come around, you feel you just don't feel like as good as you felt earlier that day. So get rid of those people, because the vibe that you think you've been getting off of them, you have been. So let them go. And then the last thing that I have for this episode is to have short-term and long-term goals. This is a really good thing, because a really good thing for you to do to glow up mentally, because it lets you visualize the things that you want to get done and all that. Okay, sorry. It lets you visualize all the goals that you have, whether it's gonna happen in the next day, the next hour, the next month, the next year, anything. It lets you look at them and say, oh, I want to do this and I'm going to do this. Not that it's gonna go from a goal to an action and then it's gonna go to complete it. There is no in between. So make a list of your short-term and your long-term goals so you can look at them and begin to start working toward them. That's all that I have for this episode. I do want to apologize, because looking back at these episode notes, I could have grouped these episodes a little bit better, like the topics in each of them, but I guess it's too late because I'm recording part 3. So I do apologize for that. But if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything that I've been saying or just in general, feel free to reach out to me. I'm very open to constructive criticism. I love compliments, because who doesn't? If you have any concerns, please reach out to me and I'll try my best to fix them. But that's all that I have for you on this week. I will see you in 2 weeks for part 4, the final episode of this series. And I will see you next week with the new episode. So thank you all for listening again, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Thanks for listening this week. If you have any questions, want to share a story, or be featured in our Q&As, send them to me at selfcarebgirl@gmail.com or submit them on my blog at selfcareblackgirls.com. While you're over there, subscribe and join so you never miss anything. Subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes to help spread the word. You can also donate one time or monthly by clicking on the Patreon link on my blog. There are rewards. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget to stay beautiful.